is up, everybody? It is Martin's YouTube, and today we're back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be ranking every boss and mini-boss in Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon from worst to best. So yeah, it's just going to be like a regular ranking video. You've probably all seen them before, and without further ado, let's get into the video. At number 11, we have the Poltergeist from the Gloomy Manor. He's in the mission Quiet Please, and he's playing the piano once you get there, and it's just a boss fight like normal. After you suck up the first one, you'll find two more which come down to fight you. Yeah, this is just a pretty average boss. I mean, it's being the first mini-boss in the whole game, and yeah, it's just kind of nothing to it. It's just three ghosts, and they're pretty easy to suck up, and yeah, that's why I'm putting it at number 11. Coming in at number 10, we have the Ancient Poltergeists in the mission Roundhouse Brawl in the Old Clockworks. This is basically just like the Poltergeist from the Gloomy Manor, but he throws bombs at you, and there's also sneakers in the battle that try to attack you as well. And he also turns into like this tornado, so yeah, it's a little harder, but it's pretty much the same thing, and it's still really easy, so that's why it's at number 10. But it is an alright boss. After climbing up this ladder to the treehouse, you'll come across number 9 in the rankings, the Haunted Towers Possessor. This has got to be the lamest Possessor idea I have ever seen. It is literally a staircase. This is just why? But yeah, more on the boss fight. It basically just tries to chomp you and jump to crush you. When it's in the air, though, you have to run under it, and there will be this rope that it shoots out, and yeah, you gotta just pull it, and then the Possessor appears. It's pretty easy. You just do that 3 times. He'll also shoot fire, but yeah, this is a really easy boss, and it's not really that interesting. And yeah, that's why I put it at number 9. For this next boss, we're back at the Haunted Towers, but it's a little different. We have these 3 sisters, a mini-boss, and yeah, this mini-boss is fine. After rescuing Toad from the crypt, you go out to the graveyard, and you see the 3 sisters arise, and yeah, they have mirrors, and once they put down their mirrors, you can flash them in the eyes, and then try to suck them up. It actually is pretty difficult to suck them up. When you're sucking one up, there's 2 attacking you, and yeah, which makes it really difficult. And I know there's like that like jump thing with the Poltergeist, but that also lowers the gauge you have with the vacuum, so yeah, it kind of is a disadvantage, but it isn't that horrible of a boss. A lot of people don't love this boss, I hear, but yeah, it's fine, and it is the most boss like a portrait ghost that we got in this game, and yeah, it's just okay. For the next boss, we had the Treacherous Mansion, and it takes place in the mission called Train to Catch. And yeah, this boss is the Strong Poltergeist. It's basically like the first 2, but it's on this planet, which is an actually cool atmosphere for a boss fight. I really like this. He throws stars at you, launches bombs around, and these bugs start to fly at you, and yeah, that's basically what he does. And you just gotta suck him up like the first 2. It's really not that hard, and just like a regular Poltergeist fight, he does have more health, and yeah. But I do gotta say, this atmosphere is awesome. I love how we're fighting on like this like moon thing with asteroids around it. That's so cool. I love that. And yeah, this is an alright boss. Definitely the best out of all of the Poltergeists. For this next boss, we travel to the frozen pit of the secret mine with the Shrewd Possessor boss. Now, this is the secret mine boss. It really actually annoyed me when I was littler playing this, because it was so hard to beat for some reason, especially on like the 3rd phase. Like, oh my god, it was so annoying. But after entering the workshop room, you'll find the Possessor, which possesses this frozen ice face guy, and yeah, so and you just have to fight him. You shoot like these chunks of ice off of his face to beat him, and yeah, you just do that 3 times, each time progressively getting harder and faster. So yeah, it can get pretty annoying, and this time the possessor can use like portals to teleport around, and yeah, it's just kind of an annoying boss for me. I don't know, it's sort of fun, but I mean, not a horrible boss. It's fine and it's okay. Number 5 on our list is the Big Boo Boss, in the mission titled Ambush Maneuver, which is located in the Treacherous Mansion. This boss is alright. I mean, it's kind of grown on me over the years. I used to not really love this boss that much, but I don't know, I kind of like it now. It's not that bad. After the Boo attacks you, you get to pull his tongue and try to shoot him at the train, which will split him up into different mini Boos, and you'll have to pull their tongue and shoot them into a section of this train. And yeah, this boss is not that bad. It's kind of like a target shooting test boss, and it's kind of fun, and it's been growing on me a lot lately. It's not that bad. After getting sucked into the portal, you'll find yourself in this room with just a few knights in it and nothing else, but also the Dark Moon piece. So you walk up to it, and then you find out that it's actually the possessor possessing the knights. So for the first round of knights, it's only 2 of them, but progressively getting harder with 3, and then turning into this giant knight who tries to crush you. This is a pretty cool boss. Not always my favorite one. It's pretty easy too, but still really cool, and it's cool to see the possessor possess multiple things at once, because we haven't seen that in the boss yet. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. But this boss is definitely not the best one. It's just alright, and yeah, that's why it's at this spot in the ranking. At number 3, we have the Spider Possessor Ghost boss in the cellar of the Gloomy Manor, located in the mission called Confront the Source. This is a pretty cool boss, and probably one of the best possessor bosses we have here. It's super cool. I love this like spider, and yeah, I like the theme. The battlefield is alright. I don't love the narrowness of it. I mean, it is a cool boss idea though, but I do think it is kind of repetitive. But in the end, it's still a really awesome boss, and I do really think this one is cool. After restoring the clock to its former glory, we make it to the movements. After getting atop the movements, we make it to the Belfry clock and fight the Overset Possessor, which possesses this clock. At each hour, it sends out a new ghost or enemy to attack you. I actually really like this boss, and it's a fun little game where you have to suck up all these ghosts, and at every 4th hour, the Possessor will appear. This is a super fun boss, and I kind of thought about putting it at number 1, but I didn't. And let's get on to that number 1 spot right now. Yes, King Boo, definitely the best boss in this game. It provides a lot of variety and a super cool boss fight that is definitely probably my favorite out of all 3 of the Luigi's Mansion games. To suck him up, you'll have to lure him under one of these shadows, and a boulder will hit him onto the head, and then you'll be able to suck him up that way. And then there's this cool running part where you run through like this mansion type area and avoid all of the things that he possesses and objects that are in your way to block you, like pits of sand, ice. So it is a pretty cool boss fight, and something like that we haven't seen in like a Luigi's Mansion game, and it's a pretty unique boss too. And I do really like this boss. It's super fun. I do gotta say, it does get repetitive, and it's like the same thing for all 3 times, but it is still really cool, and I do gotta say, this is definitely my favorite out of all 3 of the Luigi's Mansion King Boo bosses. Well, there you have it, everybody. That is my ranking of all 11 of the mini-bosses and bosses in Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to put your ranking down in the comments if you have anything different than mine. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, so if you would please subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Peace.